So welcome back everybody into another video. Today I'm going to show you how I backtest. In this case is EurUsd. The other day we saw EurUsd and also GJ, mainly GJ, but it was already the setups. Today we're going to do some backtesting live together. Of course, I'm using the Soft4FX software. And it helps me. Of course, I have to use a MT4 terminal, but it doesn't really matter to me. And I can go through the real past, price action to understand how profitable is eventually my setup. So I'm going to use basically just two time frames, and these time frames are the hourly and the 4 hour. If I want just to see, we can see how deep this this trend on EurUsd was. We're looking at the okay. Of course, this is just a trend line is on something that you can rely on just to execute trades, especially because it's based on the hourly time frame. But anyway, it's just a visual representation of the overall bearish trend from the 4th of May, and we're now the 24th of May. So as you can see over here, we're now 1 hour before London open, so it's pre-London. Hourly, the time is when it starts usually to come some volume, because the European session, the European banks are opening up. So that's where we can usually start to see some setup happening and creating. So now I usually skip the candles. As you can see now, this is the first first start of the pre-London, the European session open. I don't really like to enter immediately. We can see one candle and then the retest of my last PSA. This can be very high risk, high reward, but since this is 10 pips and it's just the start of the session, price can easily go down, retest. My stop loss will be below there, so there's not volume in the chart so far. Price could easily go and retest these lows and before continuing up or breaking down this lower time frame trend line and then continue bearish. So it can easily happen this, but it can also easily happen that the price breaks below, retest the PSA and the trend line, and then we can see the continuation down, and that's not something that I want to really risk for. So let's see the next candles. Okay, I want to see some more volume coming in. Now it's now 10 minutes after that. We are seeing the price retesting this area, but the size and the body of the candles is not really looking promising for me. So for me, there's no entry yet. And you can see that was the good choice. Today we don't have any news, so that's nothing to worry about. Now we have this area over here. This one is not really relevant anymore. Now we have a bounce from here, so this could possibly be a high risk, high reward entry area at the pullback. Now pullback to the hourly after breaking above, but remember that on the high time frame we are very, very bearish, and also on the lower time frame this looks like we are retapping a trend line on the bearish side. So we are sort of in a mixed moment, so it's not really certain where the price action is heading towards. So I'm not really, as you can see, I'm not really loving the price action. If I wanted to just look at the price action on this chart from what I see, what I have in front, this could easily be a good buy area to retarget at least a little bit break above these previous highs for 10 pips. But even just from here, I would be at break even, so that will still be okay. So now let's see where is price action going. Yeah, as you can see now, even from here, we will be with a stop loss at break even. double top, triple top at that PSA. Let's see if it breaks below this double bottom neckline. Yes, it breaks below. So as you can see, we just missed a break-even trade because the price action was actually, we are in a mixed bias, so we didn't miss anything. The trend line so far on the high time frame, the bearish one, is being respected, but so far also the one on the bullish side. So I really want to see the reaction at this PSA because I don't want to just start guessing games. And yeah, if it can break below, it can give us some retest. Also, I want to have this PSA in mind. Okay. Wow, as you can see from this level, it found a lot of liquidity. And yeah, let's see now if we have enough volume, enough juice for the price to continue bullish above this previous PSA. I will not use this trend line on the lower time frame because for me it's just irrelevant. But let's see, over here we have a retest, possible retest of this PSA for the continuation up. Okay, good. So now that we have this, we are 8 minutes before London Open, so we might wait, but also we might have this sort of price action with a pullback or even a deeper pullback to this PSA or even to these previous highs over there. So I would just want to see the price action, how it's moving, how it's going, and let's see the next few minutes of price. Okay. So far it looks like it's struggling already to get above this wick, but I'm not going to enter, especially seeing that where it is reacting. It is reacting at this previous PSA. So I want to really wait for a London Open to bring us some volume, 5 minutes. Now this is the first area for the retap, which could be interesting because this is the last lows. So this is where I might take my first shot. You can see that the range is very big. So remember that EurUsd does not give us, allows us to trade without a spread. So let's see how the following price action, how the following candles are. And I want to really, for London Open, I would already be like at least 3-4 pips below and not be over there because London Open can easily spike up and take us out. But we are in a very controlled risky 2%, so not really anything to worry about for a single trade. Okay, so now as you can see, this is London Open, and we adjust like 1 pip. We could theoretically take and modify the stop loss and put it below there. This would be like a 1.8 pips, so a very small risk. But yeah, I would just leave it running over there. The only thing I want to place is the 5 pip auto break even, and that's it. Okay, let's see if it manages to, at least London Open manages to break below this low. It might be great. So far it is rejecting it. Okay, very nice. I don't like this rejection. So now we went basically 4.7 pip in profit. Didn't trigger the auto break even, but I would 100% lower now the stop loss because now after seeing this price action, I don't want really price to retrace. If he wants to retest these highs, it's okay, and then continue down. Or he wants to retest these lows, it's okay, but I don't want to give it the full 5 pips, 3 pips stop loss. Now another rejection. This is sort of showing me further buy orders getting collected over there. And that's okay. We can accept our small loss. You can see 1.8 pips small loss is absolutely fine. Okay. And there's a mixed price action. So I'm not really worried about maybe I would have left over there, would have been better. I'm not really worried about because the price action was showing me that. So now I'm really looking forward to see the further price action below these lows or above these highs. Okay. Okay. So this is the was this our was like something like this. Okay, so we took our first buy, our first attempt over there with these cells. We might have these cells over there, but I still not really confident in taking this cell because of this bullish price action. Now, if this is the first sign of a possible strength in the sellers, but it just needs to be validated below these lows. So that's absolutely okay. You can see that the trend line is being respected. This hourly PSA is being respected. And yeah, I would just want to see this for the confirmation to move for like 10 pips. Where would that lead? Below these lows, yeah, we have a lot of PSA over here, but hopefully it will go to the previous lows if it manages to break below these lows. Okay, so far this candle traveled but failed to close that over there, and this one is closing below. Now I would want to see a retest of this area. Now we don't need this full one. I'm not really expecting a full retest of these highs, but more about this. Or price can easily continue down, create a new lower low, and then take the retest on the downside from that point. Okay, let's see. Okay, so this might be a very high risk high reward entry that we might want to take. Okay, yeah, not looking good. This is a full loss. It's a full 3 pips loss. Failed to hold below these lows. And let's see if the price is going to push to the other side. Actually retested the area that I thought it would not retest. Okay, and it's moving down. Okay. Okay, so it's very rangy, I would say. As I was seeing, I was worried it grabbed some liquidity from these lows, which is a nice PSA on the hourly, giving multiple rejections. But of course now I would want to see the price making new highs in order to take some buys. This could be a very high risk, high reward buy. This retest over here when this candle is flipping, for example like this, can be a very high risk, high reward buy. 5 pips, at least even if it fails to break these highs, it will be at break even. But yeah, let's just take it and see how it continues. If it goes to those highs, no, it just fakes out, retest these lows, and now it's moving into a range. Yeah. The one thing is about this pullback, retesting the same lows for possible continuation, and now we have the buys above these continuation highs. So okay, let's see if now we have enough juice to break above. We're now coming in the second hour, in the third hour of the session for me, starting from the pre-London. Now we are 1 hour into London open. Yeah, and it will continue up. We have the retest of these highs. This could be a possible trade idea, but we are facing this strong supply area, so might be very risky to take buys, or taking the pullback to these lows and taking a buy over there. Let's see if we have a better entry. Okay. Okay, it's closing over there. So I will probably take my last shot from the morning and see if that's the end of the pullback. Okay. No, looks like the entry was bad and the price did not continue bullish. So today, during the London session, we took 4 losses actually. I thought it was 3. So we had the first This is 5 minutes. This was a bet because it was 5 minutes before London Open. Was a controlled loss. This one was a 3 pips loss. Now this one was a bad entry because it was very late, I would say, and was a loss. What we missed was actually this entry because it was the retest of these lows. Instead of waiting for the retest of the highs or these lows or these lows, it is waiting for the pullback over there, and this entry as well, waiting for the retest of the highs, did not work. So let's jump into the New York session. Okay, so we saw that later, this one was happening later than expected. This was late London. You can see how the price moved, and now this was a much more clear price action. Price was breaking below these lows and then having the continuation down. As I was saying, explaining in this setup, over here, yes, we have the first breaker retest, but also the price will then make a low, go down, retest it, and then continue down. So as you can see over here, if this happened during the London session, I would have taken these sells down to these lows, and then you can see over here that there's a break and retest of these lows for further 10 pips. So if I was just to go back, we add these lows, break and retest of these lows over there. After all this validation, first high risk high reward trade idea, same thing, 5 pips in profit. Okay, and that's the first profit target. Then we see the pullback, then we wait for the retest, we take the second sell attempt, same thing, 5 pips. Okay, as you can see, this is just to show you how the setup actually works, and this is just to have confidence in the setup myself. Taking some poor trades in the mixed market, as you can see, and then not having the juice for when the price is actually trending. So that's a good lesson to learn. As I was saying, then we're seeing that the price is making a double bottom. We are down below these lows, but this might be possible. I will probably see for some retest of this area for possible scalp sell, because on the hourly we are there's a possible supply area. But let's see on the 1 minute. I mean, if this is pre-New York. Okay, the price is simply breaking below. It's retesting these highs, so that's where we can possibly see a scalp sell not working. We might have these highs now being retested. That's the trade idea that I will take. Okay, yeah, so the trade idea would have been this one, like for example here, tapping the wick and then flipping bullish. As you can see, now this one could be the trade idea at 5 pips being in at break even. Okay, and now it's facing this rejection point. At least we are at break even, so we don't care. If this one holds and we go to take profit, it's perfect. Otherwise, we don't care. Yeah, and it goes to take profit. Now I want to see doing New York. As you can see, this is 10 minutes before New York Open. We have seen this rejection. It might go all the way down. We don't know. Yeah, or retrace all the way up. So now this is New York Open. We don't have any news. So let's just see the price action. Now it's continuing bullish, breaking above now this PSA. giving some possible retest. As you can see, this is the possible retest. Over here, retesting this PSA, candle close. And that's when you have the continuation. Now, possible PSA to retest are these one. Or expecting a full pullback to these lows. Okay. Yeah. After this one, let's see if it continues. Now, yeah, even just to retest this PSA, we will be at break even. So it doesn't really, we are basically risk free with this setup. Okay, double bottom, that's great. I don't know if I would adjust the stop loss over there, but anyway, even if we take a loss, it's absolutely fine. Okay, yeah, it's holding. Now we are at break even. This is exactly where I told you the PSA, because the best entry would have been over there. And as I was saying, as a possible retest area. Let's see if it will continue bullish. So far, yeah, we are facing a rejection. So even if we are at break even, it's okay, because we faced strong rejection from that previous high. And yeah, now this is New York Stock Exchange opening, bringing some volume. So now let's see if we actually manage to break below this PSA, even with a possible retest of these lows. I don't really want to focus on that. So now let's see. Okay, so yeah, we have this retest over here, as I told you. 5 pips in profit. We place a stop loss at break even. 10 pips. Very good. So yeah, that's basically was a London and New York session. And we had 1, 2, 3, 4 losses. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wins. So that's a very profitable day. Of course, this one in hindsight, this one was taken live. This one was taken live, and live. So the London session was much poorer. It happened only later on that the price started to move, but the New York gave us some nice correction on the lower time frame. So that's why we had some nice profitable trades. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Very quick backtesting review, and see you next time.